Hi, it's Brian Timoney here, and welcome to 2026. So look, it's always at this time of year we start to kind of think about, what direction am I taking in my life? Where am I going? What kind of work am I doing? Etc. etc. I get it, right? It's the beginning of January. That's always what happens, right? Now, you might be somebody who's always wanted to act. You might have be carrying around inside of you this desire, this itch that must be scratched, but you haven't done it yet. Now, look, I totally get that. I totally understand it. In fact, a lot of my students start off exactly in that position. They're in other careers, they're doing other stuff, but they've always had this burning desire to do it. But they're not sure if they can get it right. They're worried about, do they have any talent? They're not sure about how to approach acting, etc. And they're kind of sometimes a little bit worried about that, about how to progress things. So look, the very easy way for you to resolve that, if that is you, is to come along and do my weekly online Method Acting Immersion class. Now, this class is very different from other classes out there, I would say. I know I'm biased, but I'll say it anyway, which is, look, it's not just about performance. This is about going deeper than that. It's about building an acting instrument, which is you, your mind and your body, that can take and sustain pressure out there in the work. So I'm talking, you might be at the very beginning, like I just said, or maybe you've got a little bit of experience. It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, this is about developing your mind and your body, which are your acting instrument, right? That's what you create your work with. And being confident about it and developing that instrument to the point where it can take all kinds of pressures within the industry, etc. Now, it's very easy. All you need to do is come along and join us, right? Because it's happening every week. Every Wednesday I have a class. It goes from 6:30 to 8 o'clock on a Wednesday evening. We get online. You'll be with a group of other like-minded, aspiring actors. And I'll take you through my process. Basically, we'll go through all the various aspects of it. I will work with you at the level that you currently are. And I will progress you step by step. Now, not only that, but you get access to our members area. So all the calls are recorded. So if you can't make one night, no big deal. You can, catch up on the recording. And you'll also have access to all the previous recordings, including a kind of orientation video, I would call it, that I put on there, which explains to you how I take people through this technique. And it's a step-by-step process. So you'll be able to get your head around that immediately. As soon as you join, you can watch that video, get your head around it even before you attend the live class. Now, on the live class, it's up to you. You can be involved in doing scene work, doing etudes, or doing the exercise work. Or sometimes you feel like, actually, I just want to watch tonight. I just want to take it in. Sometimes it'll be about orientation, knowing actually what is going on in the industry, what's going on around me, how do I progress things. And working through things like that. And you can do that every single week. And so therefore, you are becoming more and more immersed in the work. In fact, that's why it's called Method Acting Immersion, right? Is that you can attend each week and start to kind of really embed yourself in the work. And so that you feel that you're moving towards this. You're moving towards becoming a professional actor. And if you're already a professional actor, well, this is about orientating you within the industry and also within your own instrument, developing it further. I can assure you, what I'm going to teach you, you haven't learned anywhere else. You'll never hear it anywhere else. It's a very unique way of working and it's very effective. If you don't know my work, well, let me put it this way. I've trained over 1,300 actors, many of whom have ended up winning awards, appearing in major feature films and Netflix series and seasons, all that kind of stuff. So this way of working and what I'm going to teach you works at the coalface of the industry. And like I say, it doesn't matter where you are right now in your level. We're going to take you from where you currently are and progress you through that, okay? Now, the other thing is you're going to be part of an amazing group of people because the people that do this, they really want to develop their ability. They're a cool group of people. You'll have access to each other in the members area. And like I say, all the videos as well in the members area, which you'll have access to. So look, this is a great way for 2026 to finally become the year where you make this happen. And the other thing is that sometimes when people, because I've been there, right? When I've thought about becoming an actor myself, you do kind of go through these sort of permutations of like, am I good enough? Can I do this? What if I come on this and I can't do it right? Or, I fail? Listen, I will show you how not to fail. I'll show you basically a bulletproof way of doing this where your ability will go further and further. And actually, the more advanced and further you go, yes, the pressure will increase. I will work with you to develop that level, but it will happen sequentially so that you feel actually that you're growing in the right way. And like I say, you'll do it. You'll have finally thought, right, I'm making this happen. So look, let's make it this year, 2026. That's a year that's a line in the sand where you're going to step up and actually take that first move. So all you need to do is look at the details on this page. It's for the month, it's £97. And that includes, coming on the live call with me every Wednesday from 6:30 to 8 o'clock. Now, if you can't make a call, that's fine. You can catch up in the members area, no biggie. Sometimes, like I say, sometimes you want to hang back on the actual live call and watch instead of be interacting. That's all cool too, right? We're going to be working at your level, your pace to begin with. And then over time, we can increase that, right? Because obviously we want to evolve things, and to evolve your instrument, it has to slowly grow and be put under a bit more pressure at each stage, and so that it begins to kind of flourish in the right way. So yeah, all the details are below. Come and join us, and yeah, let's make 2026 the year that you finally do this. So I look forward to seeing you on the inside.